The contrasting trajectories of Caleb Williams and Bryce Young have underscored the complex aftermath of the Carolina Panthers' significant trade. The decision to trade up for the first overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, which resulted in the acquisition of Bryce Young, continues to reverberate, especially after the Panthers' 36-10 blowout loss to the Chicago Bears on Sunday. As Caleb Williams thrived as the Bears' quarterback, throwing for 304 yards and 2 touchdowns, Bryce Young remained sidelined, donning a headset instead of a helmet, observing the action from afar. For the Panthers, the reality of their trade stung, as Young's path to NFL success seemed increasingly uncertain. This scenario starkly contrasts with the expectations that accompanied the blockbuster trade, which saw Carolina relinquish 2 first-round picks, 2 second-rounders, and their best wide receiver in DJ Moore. Young's struggles were evident during his rocky rookie season, which saw him throw 11 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, complete under 60% of his passes, and endure 62 sacks for a league-worst 477 yards. The Panthers' investment was intended to position them for success, yet instead, it seems to have empowered the Bears, who used the top pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, courtesy of Carolina, to select Williams. This week's matchup between the Panthers and Bears was not just a game. It served as a visual representation of how differently the fortunes of these two franchises have unfolded since that pivotal trade. While Williams delivered a masterful performance for Chicago, Young remained a spectator, having been relegated to backup duty after a challenging start to his career. The game was a reminder of how essential the right supporting cast and circumstances are for a young quarterback's development. Williams has flourished, benefiting from a well-rounded roster that includes a top 10 defense and a deep receiving core, led by none other than DJ Moore, ironically the player the Panthers sent to Chicago in the trade. In Sunday's contest, Moore caught 5 passes for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns, once again proving his value on the field. The contrast between the two teams was striking. The Panthers, struggling without their former star receiver, could only muster 10 points, while the Bears methodically dismantled their opponents. Chicago has built a strong foundation around Williams, who has rapidly become a dynamic force at the helm of their offense. Yet, despite the Bears' success, even their front office acknowledges that some of their fortune can be attributed to a bit of luck. As assistant general manager Ian Cunningham admitted, the draft moves that set Chicago up for its current success were a blend of strategic foresight and serendipity. For the Panthers, the story is different. They gambled on Young being the answer to their quarterback woes, but without the necessary infrastructure and patience, that gamble appears to be backfiring. The loss to the Bears only accentuates the growing disparity between these two franchises, a disparity that hinges heavily on the quarterback position. As the Bears now prepare to face the Jacksonville Jaguars in London next week, their confidence is growing with each victory. For the Panthers, the road ahead is more uncertain, with questions lingering about how to extract the potential they once saw in Bryce Young. As of now, the decision to trade up for him remains a costly one, with the repercussions felt on both sides of the field.